Welcome, my dear students, for another part. And this we talk today about the current issues in entrepreneur. And we will talk about the corporate social responsibility, the business ethics, and some new attitudes that will help to effectivate the role of the entrepreneurship in any community. Just we are trying to share the screen so that everything will be clear in front of you guys, and you can see the screen properly. Here we talk about current issues in entrepreneurship. Those current issues, the first one of them is the business ethics. This is a new topic, or recently, comparatively, a new topic. The standards of the ethics. Ethics is a set of moral principles that govern the action of an individual or a group. It tells us what to do and what not to do. The principle should play a significant role in guiding the conduct of the managers, entrepreneurs, and employees in operation of the business. Of course, I have to be committed into the ethical standards. Business ethics is concerned the right and wrong in the practice of entrepreneurs. So what's right, what should be right, and what should be wrong. It addresses both the body of principles governing business practices, with emphasis on the product, the consumer, and the entrepreneur's morals concepts. Is it agreeing with the concepts? The sources of the moral principles, like as example, the religion, the politics, all these are reasons. Also, history also, all of those. Values and norms. The values and norms also are something that govern the behavior of the entrepreneur and of a given society. Also, this also can has related also to the religious tendencies and custom traditions as well. Code and the standards. The codes and the standards formulated by particular professional groups and organizations, and the entrepreneur needs to be critical in all dealings. So he must be adhered to the code of conduct, adhered to the ethical standards. Important aspects in competition in business ethics, like the competition, a fair competition. I'm looking for fair competition. Unfair competitive aspects, like reduction of prices, like sometimes dumping. You make dumping or try to reduce the price less than the market price so that you can win more consumers. Explaining the ignorance of the consumer's needs or cheating or deceiving the consumer. This is also unfair competitive aspects. Grouping together with a view of lowering the prices, So we make like a coalition and try to make the price lower in order to push others out of business so that we can get other persons. These are all unethical practices. Bribing also is one of those. Giving control over the supply of any commodity, trying to control the supply. The prices must be fair, actually. And customer supply relationships also, it should be based on ethical standards. The assistant is, or the assurance is on the goods and services in a good quality and quantity that meet the requirements of the client. Employee treatment also, one of the points, like something is called switch shop. Switch shop means that you put the employees in a very bad working conditions. This is unethical. When you do product promotion for your product, no misrepresentation, don't do misrepresentation, don't cheat the clients. Packaging should be right to keep the product safely. Fair promotional methods also, with confirm of goods morals, without cheating, without telling lies, without deceiving the clients. We have also on the level of individual ethics, and we have the social ethics as well. Social is a component or the sum of the individual ethics. The role of the organization also to stakeholders. Stakeholders are those who has benefit to deal with the organization. So the role of the business of the enterprise is to provide employment, conversational environment, develop social amenities such as schools. So I'm a part of the society and I have to help the society, raw materials to the organizations and so on. When I deal with the stakeholders as based on the ethical standards, I have to be very fair. As example, I don't say that I'm doing profits while I'm doing losses, not to cheat the stakeholders. It's a kind of like everything should be discussed clearly and frankly and without any decoration or any lies, telling lies. And we call this disclosure. So there must be a good disclosure from the end of the organization into the stakeholders. So what about the employees? What should the company do for the employees? Entrepreneurs should have good compensation with those employees, good working conditions, had training programs to increase their skills from time to time, has recreation facilities, give them an environment of creativity and innovation in the work, has to know about the time management, working to set goals, following rules and regulations, respecting others, the co-workers and so on, working to set goals, following rules and rules of organizations as well. They must care about the infrastructure of his company, and he must care about the main things which the people need, like lighting, a heating system, and so on. Taxes, he shouldn't avoid the taxes. So an entrepreneur, ethically, not to avoid the taxes. And foreign exchange through exports as well must be done fairly. This is about the ethics parts. We need to know what is the meaning of code of ethics also. The term ethics refers to the general ideas of beliefs that influence people's behavior and attitudes. But a code of ethics refers to a set of laid down moral rules. Wait a minute. Those are laid down moral rules or principles which govern behavior or deciding on what is right and what is wrong. The basics of ethical standards. From where we get the ethical standards? We get it from the law, because the law defines society and so on. The law establishes minimum standards of behavior. Action that are legal may not be necessary to ethical policies and procedures. So those are the sources of the ethical standards. What's right and what's wrong? Probably the law and the custom and the traditions, all this. Training is also very important to raise the skills of the employees. What are the ethical principles? What are the ethical principles for entrepreneurship? Honesty. The first is honesty. Integrity. Very important, the integrity, that everything is in its own place and have the courageous and the right way. Act with convictions. Do not be two-faced, double-faced people, like someone is meeting you with a smile and stabbing you in your back. Do not adopt an end justifies means philosophy. Don't say I'm do this because I want that. Like this is not acceptable. So you don't, as example, steal because you're hungry. No. Promise keeping, being worth of trusting, keep promises, fulfill commitments, and so on. Fidelity, being faithful. Fidelity, being faithful and loyal to family, friends, employees, and the country. Safeguard, the ability to make independent professional judgments by avoiding undue influence of conflict. So try to get the conflict out. And this is the talking about the business ethics. What about the social responsibility? Social responsibility means simply, I am a part of this society and I have to help the society in return. I am a part of the society and I have to help the society in return. Stakeholders are those who are dealing with you in your own entrepreneurship. They deal with you. They, as example, any benefit, any parties that deal with either direct or indirect with your own entrepreneurship, we consider them stakeholders. Is a number. So this the idea behind stakeholders concept is that there are certain groups which we have a specific interest in business. Look at this, which have a specific interest in business. So they are dealing with you. They are part of your system. The interests may differ from one group to another, can be classified into three main groups. What are they? Are the types of stakeholders are those the following: internal stakeholders, which are the employees. We have connected stakeholders, like shareholders are not part of the organization itself, except in the case of managers and staff who hold equity in the company. They will have distinctive interests in the business because they have interest in the business. So those we call them connected stakeholders. The second type. And we have the third type is external. So we have internal stakeholders like the employees, connected stakeholders like the shareholders, and we have external stakeholders. Those are like generally unconnected with the business, but who nevertheless have an interest in the activities. The category involves many, like the government bodies, your own suppliers, the external environment around you. All these are external stakeholders. Clients also. Your clients are also external stakeholders. Why it's important for the corporate social responsibility? Yes, because I'm a part of this society. I made my profits from this society, and I have to return back part of these profits into the society in a figure of donation or assurance. Quality assurance means I produce a product or service that is good for the society, and I'm not cheating the society by giving them low quality products or services. No, I'm doing the right parts. I'm working honestly, integrity, with honestly and integrity. It's honest and with integrity. That was a part about the social responsibility and the business ethics. Thank you so much. We'll go to the next part.